Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to this new video. Today I am going to talk about the Japanese government MEXT Scholarship. It is commonly known as MEXT Japan Scholarship, and it is for the MS and PhD, or you can call it Research Students Scholarship. Why I am talking about this particular scholarship in this video? Because in the month of April, maybe in this week or in the coming week, embassies in different countries or the diplomatic missions in different countries are going to announce this scholarship, and they will collect the applications from the students, and then they will shortlist their candidates for the 2021 scholarship program. So let's start this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the embassy recommendation because the university recommendation scholarship is already closed, and the deadlines were in maybe early January or the December 2019. And this particular video is about the research students like MS and PhD, or maybe some non-degree programs like the researchers or the others who have masters or like PhD or bachelor's degree, and they are applying for non-regular programs. But my particular uh, consideration is the MS and the PhD programs. For this scholarship, you do not need to have, or you do not need any Japanese language in advance, or it is not mandatory to have IELTS and TOEFL. So if you don't have these certificates or the test scores, don't worry about these and just apply. So first of all, and the for most important thing, which is the money matter, or whenever you consider applying for the scholarship or you shortlist where to go or where to not go, you consider, as a student, as a researcher, you consider the money and the scholarship amount. So for the MEXT scholarship, they are giving you 144,000 yen per month, or you can adjust this to the current rate at $1,335 for the masters, and similarly for the doctoral program they are giving you $1,345, and you can convert it to any other currency at the current rate. Educational fees is completely paid by the MEXT or the government of the Japan, and the airfare, they will pay you one-time ticket when you are going to join the university at the first time, and then after the completion or after the graduation, when you are returning back to the home country, again they will provide you the one time ticket one side. So the next thing is the what will be the scholarship period. As you know, for the master's degrees in Japan, it is 2 year program. So for all 2 years or 24 months, you will get this scholarship. And for doctoral students, you need to complete 3 years at least to graduate. So they will provide you this scholarship for the 3 years. Study fields or the major, you can apply to these all study programs which are offered at different universities. The list of the universities will be provided at the end of this video, and or I will provide you some links. Study fields are like science and technology, engineering, medicine, or pharmaceutical sciences. Any of these fields you can apply. But with the humanities or the social sciences, you can also try and search the universities which are offering these programs in English. Otherwise, you have to learn the Japanese or join them for 6 months to learn Japanese language. So the next thing is the required documents. These are the required documents which are needed by the embassy in your country or diplomatic mission of Japan in your country. Mark sheet form, it is a very simple form. You need to fill this form, writing your name, your degree program, and then the marks obtained in that program, then total marks. So it is a very simple two-page form. You can download from the embassy website and then fill this form. Application form, it is also a simpler form, but it is a lengthy one. Like there are about 26 sections in this application form, so you can go through this, download this and go through this PDF file of this application form at given at the embassies in or embassy of Japan in your country. Research plan, if you are applying for masters and PhD, definitely you know research plan, what is research plan, and you need to write a good research plan which is related to Japan, or at least the programs which are frequently offered in Japan, or the research professors are going to conduct. So consider different factors about the Japan, or the programs, or the offered research areas in the universities. Abstract of previous research, you can provide abstract, 1 or 2 page abstract, and it is not mandatory. But if you are applying for the doctoral program and you have you have masters, you have done masters thesis, then definitely you will have this abstract of your thesis. So provide it to the embassy. Attested copies of transcripts and degrees of last university attended. Like if you are applying for the doctoral program, definitely you need to submit the masters transcripts and degrees, and these should be attested from the, if you are applying from the Pakistan, then definitely you need the attestation from the university and the gazetted officer, or the you or your professor. But at this stage, HEC attestation is not mandatory. But once you are selected by the MEXT authorities for the final selection, or the final candidates, then you need this HEC attestation. Submitted documents will not be returned. Application should be unstapled and printed on A4 size paper. Applicants should not contact any Japanese professor at this stage. Students whose final results is expected in June 2020 are eligible to apply. So these are the simpler explanations, or the notes you should consider while you are submitting documents, or you want to apply. So the qualification of for this scholarship is, you can check your nationality in the embassy websites. For Pakistan, you are eligible and you can apply. Go to Embassy of Japan in Pakistan website, and you can download the guidelines and check the required documents, or maybe any extra documents required or not. Age limit is 34 years of the maximum age. Academic background, and you need bachelor's degree for master's course, and you need master's degree for doctoral course. And for the health, you need to be fit for the studies, and you should submit at least one medical certificate attested or signed by the medical officer. Japanese language, willingness to learn Japanese. It is not mandatory to have any Japanese background or any skills in Japanese language, but you should be willing to learn Japanese to survive in Japan. So the process is given, and it is very simple. There are two screening steps and some other steps. So first of all, the embassies will open the call, and you need to submit within uh, this timeline your documents and your other certificates. So this schedule is from the previous year's call. So it was around April to May 2019. So definitely within April, embassies are going to open this call. So you need to start preparing these documents, and after this call, once the deadline is over, the embassies or the diplomatic missions will start screening. And I will discuss this step in details in the coming slides. So the third step will be the request a provisional acceptance to the Japanese universities. Once you are shortlisted after the first screening, then you need to get a provisional acceptance by the university you want to study, and uh, report this certificate or acceptance letter to the embassy in your country. And so after submitting this application form, placement reference application form, the MEXT conducts second screening and university's placement. So that your documents and your forms will be transferred to the MEXT authorities, and they will shortlist, select, and place you to the, once you are shortlisted for the final candidates, then they will provide you the university name that you are placed in this university. So the notification of results will be in December or February for this year 2021. So these are the 6 steps, and I will explain these one by one. So the first screening is done by the Japanese diplomatic mission, and they conduct the screening examination of submitted application documents. Definitely they will examine and determine if the documents are original or not, like real written examination of language proficiency and interviews. So don't worry about language proficiencies, they will check your English language proficiency, and these written and interviews are very simple. Later in any other video I can explain to you how they will conduct these interviews. The following policy will apply to each stage of screening: examination of submitted documents. So that applicants' academic achievements at the university, they will determine if these are enough or not, and then they will check your research plan in a detailed and concentrate manner. So if it is related to the research program you are applying to or something like this. Interview must reveal that the applicant has a clear sense of purpose or relating to his study in Japan. So you should be very clear in your aim to study in Japan, that you are willing and you are going to join them for the study, and has gathered information about Japanese universities. So before applying you should check the universities and the offered programs and the benefits or the locations and different factors about different universities. So at the first stage these are the simpler things which I explained to you. After this, once you are shortlisted by the embassy, and they will ask you to provide them the provisional acceptance letter by the university. For this, a letter of provisional acceptance will be greatly influence final selection results. So you need this letter, and applicants who have passed the first screening should therefore ask universities they wish to attend to issue letters of provisional acceptance. So after the notification of first screening results, in order to request the issuance of letters of provisional acceptance as a regular students in graduate school, you can apply up to 3 maximum universities, not more than 3. You cannot apply to more than 3 universities for the provisional acceptance letter. And in case you got any rejection from the one university, then you can contact any other university which is already not in your list, so you can add that university to your recent list. So it means that you applied to the 3 universities, but one or two or maybe 2 universities rejected your application, so you can add 2 more universities. You can request or send your documents to 2 more universities, and maybe they can give you the acceptance letter. Applicant must not argue the universities for the issuance of the acceptance letter. However, you can confirm with the university the schedule or the delayed issuance of the acceptance letter, or they are done with the acceptance letters or something. So keep in mind that universities generally need 1 month to issue a letter of provisional acceptance. So these are key factors when you are applying for the provisional acceptance letter, so consider these please. And next will inform the divisions of international student affairs. Like you are shortlisted, then the next embassies will inform universities and international offices to the universities that these candidates within the list are shortlisted for the embassies for MEXT scholarship. So you can such universities and researchers are available from the Japanese diplomatic mission. So every Japanese diplomatic mission will provide you links for the universities. I am also going to give you one link for how to search the universities and the different programs available in English or whatever you want to study. Must submit documents to university. When you are applying for the provisional certificate, you need some documents to submit to the university. So copy of a passing certificate of the first screening issued by the Japanese diplomatic mission. Once you are shortlisted after the first screening conducted by the Japanese mission, then they will provide you one letter that you have cleared this step or this process of first screening, and you can apply for the university acceptance. A set of copies of the following documents, which I will provide you in the next slide, submitted to the Japanese diplomatic mission among the. So at the initial stage you submitted these documents to Japanese diplomatic mission, then they will return you after shortlisting you, and you need to submit these application forms to the university now. So that has been stamped by the Japanese diplomatic mission and returned to the applicants. So the applicants must submit any other necessary documents requested by the university. University can ask you any other form as well, so you need to submit. But you do not need to submit placement preference application form and medical certificates. These are totally for the Japanese diplomatic missions only. So this is the list of the documents required when you are applying for the provisional acceptance letter to university, which include application form, field of study and research plan, academic transcripts for all academic years, certificate of graduation, and recommendation letter from the president or dean or the academic advisor at the current or last university, abstract of thesis only if submitted to Japanese diplomatic mission, any certificate of language proficiency, letter, recommendation letter from the present employer if you submitted this already to the diplomatic mission, and some photographs showing applicants' own work of art or digital recorded media of musical performance. This is only for those students who are applying to like the media industries related programs or art related programs, but everyone is not required to submit this 11th document. So after this, final placement preference application form. So applicant must also report the response from the universities and submit the final placement preference application form based on the responses from the universities. When you get these responses from the university, you should fill the placement preference application form and then return back or submit to the embassy in your country. Applicant should confirm carefully with the university the period of arrival in Japan specified in the letter of provisional acceptance, because it is not permitted in principle to change the specified period of arrival. So universities will inform you that our semester will start in September or maybe October, and you can arrive or not or like this, and you can discuss with the university authorities or university international office. So it is not a big deal. Generally, you know, the universities start their semester in September and you need to arrive there. So it should be mutual understanding between you and your university. At the second screening and university placement, MEXT conducts the second screening after the results of the first screening and after getting the acceptance letters from 3 universities or maybe less than 3 universities. So an applicant who successfully passed the second screening will in principle be placed at the university from which the applicant has received a letter of provisional acceptance. So after this placement, you are almost done with process. So the next will consult with the universities given in the list and according to your preferences, and they are free to place you in any of the 3 preferences you provided to them or you provided the acceptance letter from 3 universities. So it is totally depending on the MEXT scholarship authority that where they want to place you, because there are lots of candidates, so they may be equally divided or maybe according to their plan. Sometimes there are some private universities and there are some government universities, so the next authorities prefer to place students to the government or public sector universities. So it is totally in their hands and they can place you in any of the 3 universities. So the results will be announced in December to February 21. So After this screening process or after first stage, you need to be patient and wait for the final results. So definitely they will inform you once you are selected for the final scholarship list. So universities information, you can get these universities information from the provided website, which is jpss.jp in English. So Japan Study Sport, this is the website name. You can google it, and or you can directly write this link. So it is very easy to find any program, any university within Japan. So don't worry about this and just open this website and explore the universities and the offered programs and your desired program. Why MEXT? Because the Japan provides you the best research facilities. There are lots of well-known or worldly known researchers working on different fields, and they provide you all the necessary infrastructure or maybe the facilities to conduct your research. And earning and savings, as a student, as a scholar, as a researcher, what you most need is the savings for your future and earnings for your living expenses. So in Maxt they provide you enough, and you can save up to half of your stipend, monthly stipend, and you can support your family. Along with this, the advantage of the Maxt and studying in Japan is that you can work part-time, which is 24 hours per week. It means for 24 hours you can work, and the hourly rate is very high, and you can earn much more and save much more. Generally, the researchers and the scholars are searching or looking for the English teaching jobs for school students, and there are lots of jobs. There are lots of hourly plans at different schools, at different academies, or the students or the parents are personally looking for the teachers who can teach or who can at least talk to their children and at least the basic English. So Japanese students are very keen to learn English. So don't worry about part-time jobs. You can easily find this job and you can earn with this scholarship as well. So I think the Max provides you the best of the best scholarship in different aspects. So if you are applying from Pakistan and you are living near to Islamabad, or you want to appear in test and interview in Islamabad, then there is the given the address where you should submit your applications. And if in case you want to appear in Karachi for the test and interview, then definitely you need to submit your documents at Karachi address. So consider these guidelines and apply to the Max scholarship, and we are very hopeful that you will get the scholarship and you can earn and you can support and you can even do good research. For the further information, you can write in comment box, or you can contact us by emails. So for this time, thank you so much and wish you all the best for this application process. In case you need any help, or we can help you in any documents or other any process, or uh, you need information regarding other scholarships like scholarships in Korea, scholarships in Japan, then definitely you can contact us and we will provide you the best information we have. Thank you so much. Bye.